everybody out there. Welcome to this epic disaster. My name is Chuck.
No, it's not. Your name is Rick.
What if I could do a whole episode pretending like I'm someone else? And I wonder how long it would be before somebody realized that I wasn't that person.
Well, by the time your throat started hurting, you'd have to start coughing.
Yeah.
Because that looked like it hurt.
No, I could have done that. I felt like, though, it was, well, now that I say Chuck, it was like Charlie, the Charlie in the Box from Rudolph.
Oh, yeah.
Charlie!
Very good. Yes, I like Charlie.
Hi, everybody. How are you? It's This Epic Disaster. We are recording late at night. Sherry's decided she's going to stay at my house tonight. Sometimes you can't control things. People just come over and muscle their way in and say, I'm not leaving.
And they just bring a bag. And they're like, here I am.
And we have beer. We have all of our stuff. And we're just going to hang out. We're going to hang out with you guys. Hi. How are you?
Hi. How you doing?
So we are hanging, and we do have a beer because we're going to do a live beer review, just like we always do. This beer, now here's the deal.
What's the deal with the beer?
Now, we don't always, but frequently I go, and we've mentioned it on the show, S&N Liquor Store here in Atlanta.
They're on Lawrenceville Highway.
Yeah, maybe it's Tucker, Decatur, I don't know.
Okay.
But if you're ever in town, go see it. It's it's not a fancy liquor store.
No.
It's just a little kind of, I don't know, you might call it a dive.
Super nice guy, though.
Everybody's nice. I was there. It was just like so many people talking to you, smiling. Everybody's happy. I guess they're getting liquor, so they're happy. But I go back because the guy who I think he owns it, at least he manages it, is just like the coolest guy in the world. I like it.
Super nice.
Like him, yeah. And so he's always just very friendly. And so I bought this beer. First of all, I liked the name of it. And so I bought it. And when I was buying it, he was like, this is a damn good beer. So it doesn't say that a lot. So it got an endorsement from the manager immediately.
Who's super nice.
Yeah.
And what the beer is called is it's Sublimely Self-Righteous Black IPA.
And I thought that was kind of cool. I don't know what a black IPA is, but
I can't elaborate because I'm not sure either, but this one has 8.7% alcohol by volume.
Mm-hmm.
And so is it Stone Self-Righteous?
I don't know.
IPA?
I couldn't tell if that was the brewery.
No.
We've had beers from this brewery before because they kind of use the same icon. It has Satan on it, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, the devil. So you've got the Devil Man. It's very well built, very muscular. He has wings and horns and a very, very sharp penis, or something that looks like a sharp.
It's not.
Maybe two penises.
That's
there's
tail.
one
that's his tail.
One that's kind of curving up, and one that's really sharp.
So it is.
Straight out.
It's by Stone Brewing from Escondido, California, and from Richmond, Virginia. So that's why we get it, is because it's from Virginia.
It's bi-coastal. I feel like that there's a lot of subliminal messages in here. But the devil is on it. And
this is the tip of his other wing that's coming around the back.
No,
and
that's
this
what
is his
they
tail.
say. It's subliminal advertising. Remember we were talking
not.
about the conspiracies? That's a penis. That's what that is. And we don't have a lot of penis beers, but today we're having one. I'm pouring mine out.
You drink your penis beer while I read this paragraph on the back of the can. It says, you voted, we brewed. First brewed briefly in 2007 as Stone 11th Anniversary Ale. This beer was an instant hit. We loved everything about it and missed it terribly when it was gone. So after long months full of serious jonesing, we brought it back full-time at Stone Sublimely Self-Righteous Black IPA. It had a great run, but eventually black IPAs fell out of favor, and this dark, dank beauty headed to retirement. Alas, such are the vagaries of craft beer. Cue a return of the serious jonesing, like really serious, on a nearly daily basis since then. Our fans have reminded us of the indelible impression this beer left on them. So in acknowledgement of all the righteousness still in the world, in this beer, and in your impeccable taste, we offer it up once again with its original artwork by Edson Ruiz. Be forewarned, this is a limited re-release. Enjoy now, Jones later. Remind yourself it's better than none at all. Or better yet, surprise the hell out of us and buy the crap out of this release, forcing us to bring it back once again. We won't complain.
I'd like to have a T-shirt of the graphic. I'm not afraid. to wear Satan's penis on my shirt.
It's not a penis.
I think it's a cool image there. It smells just like an IPA. It looks, however, like Coca-Cola.
It's dark. Yeah, it's darker than what you would consider an IPA. I guess that's why they call it a black IPA.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's not a good face.
That's interesting.
Okay. I gave myself
I don't know
a
how
really
to
big
describe
head.
that. Should I try?
Yes, please.
First of all, IPA, totally IPA. Second of all, licorice.
Licorice IPA.
Totally, there's licorice in there. You're not gonna like this. I taste the juice of like turnip greens. It's just like very kind of
Dank. They did
Yeah.
call it. They called it dank.
It is that.
They said it's dark
Wow.
and dank.
We've been doing this show for 4 years, right? And 5, 4, whatever. And a lot of beers we've had.
Uh-huh.
I don't think I've had a taste like this. All right, it's really, really bitter.
I don't think I've ever poured a head like this.
No, it's got a very powerful, strong, full-formed head. Have you tasted it yet?
No, I can't. I can't drink it through all the foam.
Oh, give it a try. Now it's strong taste. It's bitter. It's a lot of stuff in there. Oh man, see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That's a lot of. Whew.
I oddly enjoy. Wait. I was gonna say I oddly enjoy that, and then all of a sudden I got the aftertaste.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it doesn't stop for a while.
No.
You keep getting hit with more and more taste there.
and then the aftertaste is just like,
Yeah. All right, this one's going to take some work. We're going to have to kind of go through this. Well, he told me it was
we're
a
gonna
damn
need
good
a
beer.
thesaurus to describe this.
A taste thesaurus. He said it was interesting. So he said that a guy came in and said that he wanted, if he would order an entire case for him, he would buy it, and he did. That bitter doesn't go away.
The bitter just
No.
keeps getting worse.
It's on your tongue forever.
No, it's into my throat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It stays. It hangs back there.
I have a bitter throat.
Okay.
Sorry.
Woo.
Hey, guess what?
What's that?
What did one eye say to the other eye?
Huh?
What did one eye say to the other eye?
Hi. I don't know. What are you talking about?
Don't look now, but something between us smells.
All right. It was that joke. It was the joke that smells.
No, it's not the joke that smells. It's a good joke. Come on. You love my dad jokes. You've missed them.
No. All right. I have to make an apology, or I have to make a confession. A confession/apology.
Uh-oh.
I did a public promise here on this epic disaster that
To
I'm
do
going,
a naked podcast?
that I'm going to go back on.
Oh.
I'm going to go back on my promise.
Oh.
And not because I don't want to do it.
Okay.
So I said, I was trying to find something to do every day
Of your, yeah.
of my 60th year this year.
Yeah.
Starting in April. And
Sure.
I promised I was going to do a poem a day, poetry a day. And I discovered I can't do a poem a day. I've been trying to do it. It takes way too long to conceive it, to conceptualize it, to write it, to edit it, to polish it, to put it all together, and then publish it. And I can't do it.
This is why I suggested a haiku a day.
But see, that's the thing. I could do a haiku. I don't want to. I'm not a haiku person. I can write a haiku. I just don't want to. And that's kind of cheating. It's just like, I can't do what I want to do, so I'm just going to do this little quick kind of thing, So
Some haikus are very intense and very profound.
I'm not putting it down. I'm saying for what I wanted to do. So I can't do it. I just have to say I
You're
can't
just
do it.
not going to do it.
But what I'm going to still continue to do poetry, and it may be a poem a week.
Okay, there
Because
you
it
go.
might take that long to kind of polish it and to get it ready. And I keep saying shit. I'm sorry, but I got to polish it and
Don't polish it.
and put the shit up on my
You know,
website.
you can polish shit.
Yeah, you can. But anyway, so anyway, I just want to kind of go, and for people who might be, there's tons and tons of people who listen to us who might be expecting that. And I just have to let them know it's not going to happen.
They'll just have to get used to disappointment.
They're going to have to get used to the disappointment.
Yeah.
So I'll do it as best I can, but not going to happen immediately.
Okay. So people are dead.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So we started off making predictions who was going to die this year.
Yep.
They haven't stopped dying.
No.
People have died like crazy.
Yeah.
And it's not the people that let's see, I can't remember. You said, I'm trying to remember who you said. I remembered it the other day. Who did you say?
I don't even remember.
Oh, I'll remember it. Anyway, I said Olivia Newton-John. But I also said she's not going to be the first one. I just said I think she'll be one of the ones.
So these things happen in threes, right?
No, there's been more than 3.
There has been, but in groups.
Is there some death god somewhere counting it out?
Yes.
No, people are randomly dying.
People just die.
And you can count 3 of anything.
That's true, because you can have 100
12
of
people
something.
die, and you're going to go, that's just 4 sets of 3.
4 sets of 3.
Or if
you
11
can do
people
math.
die, if 11 people die,
You're waiting for the next one.
exactly, and
Yeah.
someone's eventually going to die, and they're going to say, "See, I
There
told
you
you.
go.
There's your 3."
In your 3s.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I know it's stupid. But so today in our morning meeting, we were talking about, Meatloaf died
Yeah.
at 74 years
Now,
old.
it doesn't really surprise me because he's been kind of sick. But I read that he died of COVID.
Well,
And
I've read both things. They say some people, some of the theys
Yeah.
say
TMZ.
he was super sick with COVID before he died.
TMZ said he had COVID.
And then some people say that's not confirmed.
Yeah, it hasn't been confirmed. No one has confirmed. But TMZ says that a source says it is true. And apparently he was kind of an anti-vaxxer.
I don't doubt that.
Yeah. But he was also a vegetarian. Did you know that? He said that he was like I read this today, which was interesting. He's a huge fan of Katie Lang, who's not. And but she would never meet him because his name was Meatloaf. That's stupid.
That is stupid.
You know what? He's actually made of meat, and so is Katie Lang.
And they're both
so
meatloafs.
Shut the fuck up, Katie Lang. It's
I
just a name.
am a meatloaf.
Just because he has the name meat?
That's silly.
You can eat veggie meatloaf.
That's ridiculous.
But anyway, so stupid.
Yeah. So when we were talking about this in my morning meeting, I was like, I stopped the meeting. I think my boss was going through statistics.
Now, wait. Was it a meeting?
It was a
meeting.
meeting. We were meeting.
I see.
Yes. And in the middle of my meeting, I stopped it and I said, slow down. Guess who else died? And they're like, what? Who else died? And I said, they go, besides Meatloaf? And I said, yes. Louis Anderson died.
They just announced like a couple days ago that he was going to the hospital because he had a blood cancer. So I kind of expected that because it was just like, he might not make it.
He was only 68 years old.
Yeah, but he was not in great shape.
So I have a story about Louis Anderson.
Yeah.
I ran into him.
I remember that.
At an airport.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say ran into him, I don't mean like when you run into somebody on the street
Louis.
and you're like, oh, hi, how's it going? Haven't seen you in a long time. That's not the kind of running into I'm talking about.
Right.
I ran into him.
Yeah.
Literally ran into him.
Smacked right into Louis.
I fell down. He did not.
Right.
He helped me up and apologized, and it was entirely my fault.
Was he like, oh, Sherry, I'm sorry, Sherry.
Well, why would he know my name?
Maybe you had a shirt on that said Sherry.
My name is Sherry. I had like a
Sorry,
name
Sherry.
tag on.
Sorry, Sherry.
Please don't hurt me. My name
Kind
is
of the way,
Sherry.
that's sort of a Louis.
Sort of,
yeah.
yeah.
Not
He
the
was
best
super
one, but-
nice.
yeah.
And he helped me up, and I was like, I'm so sorry. And he's like, no, I'm sorry, and I looked at him, and I was like, I know you. I didn't say that out loud, but I knew who it was, and we just went about our business. Very nice guy, very bad skin.
Well, yeah.
And I don't like to talk ill of the dead,
Right.
but you run
He
into
wasn't
somebody
dead then.
in the middle of an airport, in the middle of the night.
You expect them to have good skin.
I would. No. I look like shit in the middle of the night in the middle of an airport.
Yeah.
And that's probably why I ran into him.
Oh.
Not because I look like shit, because I felt like shit. But either way, it's a neat story.
He started doing that show. Was it Baskets? Is the name of it? Where he played like he played a woman.
He got an Emmy.
He was so good in that.
He got an Emmy for that.
Yeah. He wasn't my favorite comic, although I enjoyed him.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was really good in that.
It's,
but I do want to go back. I want to back up just a little bit with meat, because now I grew up hearing about Meatloaf. So because I was in high school in the 70s,
Yeah.
college in the 80s, And so Meatloaf, a 70s person. I was very aware of Meatloaf, never listened to Meatloaf, didn't know much about Meatloaf. I thought the word meatloaf was stupid. The name Meatloaf was, I was kind of with Katie Lang on that one. But he was also just this is stupid. See, now I was very judgmental when I was young.
You were a Baptist.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But I was also
I'm
just
not trying
young.
to offend other Baptists.
I just saw him as just this big fat guy that was just not anything I needed to worry about.
You haven't seen Rocky Horror yet.
No,
Yeah.
not at all. But I didn't know anything about him. I just judged him by that, and just like, I don't care. He's just a slob.
Sure. Yeah.
I had no idea he was, of course, he was a football player, but he did so much musical theater. That was his thing.
Yes.
He was so good at it.
Yes.
And it wasn't until way, way later, when I was older, that I found out all about him. And he was an actor, just as much of a singer, if not more.
Yes.
But anyway, so now I will say, before I say what I'm going to say, I will say that I loved him in Rocky Horror. And I watched it again today because I posted it. I posted the video that he sang in, the music he sang in Rocky Horror. Back in September, I posted it on my Facebook. I don't remember why. I just got into a little Meatloaf vibe, and I posted that song. And the way I described it is just his swagger.
Yeah.
It was so cool.
Serious swag.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if you haven't seen it, watch it. Watch the video. If you don't have to watch the whole movie if you don't want to.
You should.
But I also watched, because of this, and I watched this, I posted this as well back in September, but I watched it again today. And if you haven't seen the video for Paradise by the Dashboard Lights in a while, or ever at all, oh my gosh, do it.
Yeah.
It is incredible.
Yeah. Yeah.
That song is pretty amazing anyway, but the video is just a ride. It is a ride.
I got to be honest with you. Several jokes ran around my instant message today where, somebody was asking somebody to do something.
Yeah.
And I would do anything.
Yes.
But I won't do that.
Right.
Came out so many times
today.
Of
course. Sure.
And it's going to continue.
Yeah.
It's not going to go anywhere for a while.
Yeah.
It's fun because it's a way to remember him.
He would love it, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah. But I
remember seeing him in Fight Club, and I was just like, holy crap, he's good.
He's very good.
I mean, he was intense. And
very
that was
intense.
A very weird and vulnerable and emotional role, and he let it all out.
His name is Robert Paulson. Is Robert Paulson.
Well, and then he was on some show, like some reality show, and I think it was Trump. It might have been Trump's.
I don't watch those
apprentice
kinds of
shows back then, and I could just remember seeing a clip from it when he just blew up. He was just like exploded.
Really?
Yeah, he could be a jerk.
Oh, I imagine. I mean, if you've had that kind of fame for that kind of time, and somebody puts you on the spot, you're going to throw a little fit.
I will also mention, not a lot of people know about it, but today, Thich Nhat Hanh died.
Thich Nhat Hanh.
Thich Nhat Hanh died. Now, if you don't know who he is, he was a Buddhist monk from Vietnam.
I was about to make a really bad joke.
He was a Buddhist monk from Vietnam.
Yes.
He was good friends of Thomas Merton. If you don't know who Thomas Merton was, he was a monk. A Catholic monk, and in the 60s they did a lot of work together.
I've read some of his Thich Nhat Hanh's books.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, and
Thich Nhat Hanh was also very instrumental. He had a relationship with MLK, who he got involved with a lot of the civil rights stuff.
Yes,
and so when I was first, like way back in the late 80s, early 90s, when I was first kind of transitioning out of Orthodox Christianity, Thich Nhat Hanh stuff was amazing. I used to read a lot of his work. And he was not, even though he was Buddhist, he spoke a lot. He actually wrote a couple books about Christianity. He wrote a book about mindful eating, but he started the whole mindful movement. I won't say he started it, but he
cultivated it.
Yeah. And so that's Thich Nhat Hanh and his works. If you get the opportunity to, I think, Being Peace, Peace in Every Step was the first one that I read of his.
Oh, okay.
But he's got so many fantastic books.
Yeah.
So if you get an opportunity, and he also has some videos, you can watch them. It's very interesting. His voice is like ASMR.
So he died today?
Yeah.
How old was he?
95.
Okay.
He was like Betty
Can
White.
Can you believe he was 30 years older than Louis Anderson?
Yeah.
And Louis Anderson died at 68. That's only 8 years older than you.
Yeah.
But
we're all dying.
You're a little bit healthier than he is.
Anyway, so I wanted to mention Tick. I guess you call him Tick.
What's his? What do you call him? You know.
Hey Tick.
Hey Tick.
Check for ticks.
See, now you mention that, I picture a big blue cartoon tick. That's
no. He was a orange robed small bald guy.
I know. Yeah. I know. But when you say hey Tick, I picture.
I was at Home Depot.
They wear orange.
Early last year. And a guy walks in. Bald. In orange saffron robes. Looks just like
saffron. You mean?
Saffron orange.
Oh, okay.
That's what they call the robes.
Okay, got you.
Looked like a Tibetan monk. In Home Depot. Don't see that every day.
Well, they have to build too.
Well, I know. I'm not saying they don't. I'm just saying you don't see it every day.
True.
And it was very interesting. So he was by himself, just walked in, started looking for paint or something.
Well, yeah, sometimes the monastery needs to be painted.
Just go up and start asking him peaceful questions.
No, just ask him.
How do you silence the mind, sir?
No, I would ask him, what color paint are you looking for? Because I would like to paint my bedroom that color. Because if it's going to comfort you, it might comfort me as well.
Anyway, so that's the death call. Let's play a little bit of game. Let's get our mind off of death, shall we?
All right.
Would you rather get your name?
I made a bad joke in a meeting today, and I'm going to go ahead and talk about it.
I thought you already mentioned that.
I mentioned it to you downstairs.
Oh.
So, okay. So.
Toss a green one.
All right. It's purple.
Purple is food and ingestion.
Go ahead.
Would you rather have to feast on Peking dog or succulent raw baby octopuses? I just like saying succulent octopuses.
What about the word baby?
It should be my band name.
Succulent octopuses.
The succulent octopus.
Actually, there was a good band name on a show that
Would you ever eat dog on purpose?
On purpose? No.
Yeah. Why would you eat other meat, but you wouldn't eat dog?
I don't.
I know, but I'm just saying, why would anyone?
Because culture. It's all culture.
It's ridiculous.
It is, because
meat.
Other places.
Would you want to taste dog? Are you curious?
Of course I'm curious. I want to taste human.
You're weird.
I'm not weird.
That's strange.
It's just a curiosity. I wouldn't do it.
Well, I mean, I'm sure. Okay, so meat, and except for the flavoring, meat is probably very similar no matter what you're eating.
If it's white or red, it's going to taste like white or red.
Yeah.
I've tasted ostrich meat, summer sausage, and I would guarantee you, obviously, it tastes just like beef summer sausage.
Yeah.
It's red meat. Go ahead.
All right, my turn.
Yeah. Purple again.
I also threw a purple.
So, purple for you.
I feel like on double color days, when we both throw the same color, we should do something special. I don't know what.
Get naked? You want to get naked?
What is what? Take your shirt off right now.
No, fuck you. I'm not wearing a bra. All right. So, would you rather drink a laundry detergent shake?
What is this? That's that Tide challenge, right?
I know, right?
No.
Or eat 2 tablespoons of bath mildew?
This sounds like some stupid kid question from
I had
camp.
to choose between dog. Okay.
I know, but that people actually eat that.
I know.
No one eats those two things.
Okay, you want me to ask you another one?
No, I should.
You should be adult enough to answer the question.
Laundry detergent.
You die.
Yeah, you're eating mildew and you're not going to die.
Well, it's natural.
You don't know. A lot of things are natural. And would you eat dog shit? I mean, you could die eating dog shit.
People eat monkey shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You could die. You could still get E. coli or something like that and die, even if it's natural.
Right.
There you go.
But okay. So your choice is laundry detergent.
Mm-hmm. I'm picking that.
All right. So real quick, in today's meeting, a friend of mine was talking about looking for their own place to live, and then and then suddenly, I won't say why, but the conversation changed to death.
Okay.
And this is just my management team's meeting, so it's just us, and we know each other very well. And he mentioned something about himself dying, and the only thing, and I couldn't stop myself. It blurted out of my mouth. I was like, well, at least then you'd have a place of your own. And everybody laughed, and he laughed too. And if he hadn't laughed, I would have felt like shit. But he laughed because he got it. But, you know, I have to start, like, censoring myself.
A little editing.
Yeah, I think so.
I do want to spend a little bit of time bragging.
Oh, humble brags or just brags?
No, straight out brags.
All right, do it.
I'm not going to get too much into it, but I did go to the doctor this week. Went to the doctor for my checkup. My weight is down 11 pounds.
Whoop.
Lost 11 pounds since the last time I was at the doctor. Now, I will tell you, I think it was in December. No. It was in October. October, I lost 15 pounds. I put 5 more back on during the holidays.
Yeah.
And then I'm starting to climb back the other way.
We do that.
Yeah.
We do that.
But, so remember I said I was going to go on my diet. So I went on my diet. I've lost the weight. My blood pressure was so low, I asked her to do it again because I couldn't believe it was my blood pressure. Because my blood pressure has been either high or almost high, like in the borderline.
And you're on medication, aren't you?
Yes, but it was way down into normal and really, really good.
Really?
So all of the stuff that I'm doing for my diet, it's happening.
It's working.
It's working. I'm going to have a new body by the time, unless something happens and I die.
Right.
I'm going to have a new body by the time I have my birthday.
Okay, don't get run over by a bus.
It might happen
because I would like to see if that's actually going to happen.
Yeah. So if I lose 10 pounds, just 10 pounds, I think I will be at a weight when I first met you, but before I met my wife. I will be at a weight lower than any weight that I've been since I met my wife.
Wow.
10 pounds all I got to lose now.
That's impressive.
So anyway, I'm pretty happy about it. I got the results of my blood test today. Most of it was really good. A couple of things I got to work on, but not too bad.
Nothing diet can't help.
No, I think all of the choices I'm making are coming back. So that's good.
Good
Just
for
doing
you.
a little brag in there.
Brag away, brag
happy.
away. I'm glad you're healthy. You need to stay healthy.
Yep.
I have to test your brain now, though.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to test your brain.
That's where my biggest problem is.
Probably. I mean, I don't doubt that.
I mean, totally. I have a problem remembering things.
So it's a little game I'm going to start doing with you.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And the game is I have to remember things, right?
Yes.
Dang it.
Yes. Because you have this amazing memory.
I do remember long-term things better than short-term things.
Okay.
I think that's Alzheimer's, right?
Yes.
They remember long-term things before they remember short-term.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this will play to your strengths.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So what I'm going to do, it's a little game.
Okay.
I'm going to give you 10 questions.
All right.
And what they are, 10 of them. The first one will just be a test, but it does count as one of them.
Oh.
So it's just basically where I give you 1 or 2 lines of a song from the 80s.
Oh, okay.
And then you have to repeat or recite what the next 1 or 2 lines are.
Well, I would think I would be good at that, but we did some kind of 80s trivia, and I blew it. I thought I was really good at it, and it turned out to not be what I thought it was. So I'm not going to make any promises, but I'll do the best I can.
All right, so let me start by saying
I'm pretty good at 80s music, though.
That's why I'm doing it 80s music, because you've got a brain.
I'm predicting a 10 out of 10, but I'm not going to predict.
Don't predict, because you'll get wrong.
Even though I'm predicting.
You're predicting. Okay, so what's going to happen is I'm going to give you the first line. I'm not going to sing it. I'm just going to say it.
Sure.
You don't have to sing it back.
And then I'll give you the lyrics
Just give me the
follow.
next. Yes.
Oh, this is easy.
Okay.
Okay.
Here's the test one.
Yes.
Letting the days go by, let the water hold me down.
Let the days go by, let the water hold me. Letting the after the I don't know. I know what the song is. It's just Talking Heads, but I don't know what the next line is. That's
Okay, what's the name of the song?
Water flowing underground, water flowing over hill, water flowing. It's water flowing.
No, it's not.
Letting the day go by.
Once in a lifetime.
Once in a lifetime.
There you go. That's it. But you did sing. I told you didn't have to sing, and
I
you
was
sang.
trying to. That's the only way I could get the
I
lyric.
know. That's why it's so hard for me to just read it out.
Yeah.
Okay. But yes, the next line after I said, letting the days go by, let the water hold me down, are letting the days go by,
Okay.
water flowing underground.
Oh, okay.
So, and then it goes on.
Yeah.
Okay. So some of these are going to be part of the chorus. Some of these are going to be part of the first verse. I thought that would
Right.
be the easiest.
Okay.
And some of these are just going to be like,
Yeah, I'm going to give that to me. I say I got it.
I'm going to say you didn't.
No, I did.
No, but
no,
you
I
didn't.
got it.
No, you didn't.
That's a win.
You had the
I got
tone.
it.
You
I
had
knew
the
it.
tune.
I knew it. It's mine.
You're so
That's mine.
full of shit. All right, I'll give you that one. That was a test anyway.
Totally, I got it.
You're not getting this one. We're talking away. I don't know what to say. I'll say it anyway.
Huh?
We're talking away. I don't know what I'm to say. I'll say it anyway.
I've never even heard that. That doesn't even sound like a song to me.
We're talking away. I don't know
what this. Oh, how weird! Isn't it weird that the lyrics don't make sense?
Exactly.
That's a take on me by Aha. If you don't sing it, it doesn't make any sense.
That's why this is a challenge.
Yeah.
So okay. So what would you say after I said I'm to say it anyway?
All right. What is the words again? What are you
We're talking away. I don't know what I'm to say. I'll say it anyway.
Say it anyway.
Today's another day to find you. Shine away.
I don't know the lyrics.
Really?
I know the song, but I don't know all of the lyrics.
Okay. That was one of my favorites.
I know. It's awesome. Great video, too.
All right. You might not get this one then. Love is like a bomb, baby. Come and get it on. Living like a lover with a radar phone.
It's slightly familiar. Can you sing it? Do you know the...
Love is like a bomb, baby. Come and get it on. Living like a lover with a radar phone.
Oh, man, I know this song.
The next line is looking like a tramp, like
Right.
a video vamp. Can you get the next line?
No, I know the song. But we can't go forever me trying to think of it.
Okay. The next...
Okay, it's a blank. Nope.
The
That's
next
my
line
age.
is Demolition Woman, can I be your
Yeah.
man? It's Pour Some Sugar on Me.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know the song. I can't. There's no way I can think of it.
But this is a good test, right?
Yeah, it's just a good test that I'm old.
Okay, you'll get this one. Tell me with the rapture and the reverent in the right?
Huh?
Tell me with the rapture and...
Unless it's the song I was singing, I can't get it.
Okay. Let me read this next line, and you
Okay.
tell me the name of the song.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Hold on. That's not it. I clicked on something. I didn't mean to. You vitriolic, patriotic, slam fight, bright light, feeling pretty, psyched.
I don't know.
Feeling pretty, psyched.
Hmm?
It's the end.
Of the World as You Know It.
Yes.
REM.
Yes.
That didn't register.
At all. At all.
Well, I mean, I didn't understand the music that you were singing.
Well, I can't sing.
Yeah.
You'll get
I
this
know.
one.
I'm not blaming you.
Well, I guess it would be nice.
Well, I guess it would be nice if I could touch your body. That's
Yes.
George Michael.
What's the next line?
Not everybody has a body like you.
Yes.
Gotta have faith.
Yes. Faith by
Faith.
George Michael.
He's dead.
That's the one I'm going to give you. That's the one I'm
I
going
only
to give
have
you.
one. I'm giving all to me because I know them all, but it just takes a little longer.
Clock strikes upon the hour and the sun begins to fade. Still enough time to figure out how to chase my blues away. And that was my dog in the background.
Howling at the moon.
Clock strikes. I don't know the melody very well.
I vaguely have a memory of it in my head, but I'm not going to be able to recall it.
Yeah, I want to dance with somebody.
I want to feel the hate with somebody.
There you go. Very good. Who's that?
With somebody who loves me. Whitney.
Yes.
Dang. I'm old.
You are old.
I could. So this is a fact. I used to be able to tell you who produced every album.
I know. So
who wrote the song. I mean, I had that kind. I was so into the music, and now I can't even tell who did it.
So here's what we're doing: is we're making sure you don't fall into dementia.
It's too late.
Testing.
It's way too late.
You're gonna get this one. I got me a Chrysler. It seats about 20.
So come on and bring your jukebox money.
Very good. Although it's so hurry up and bring your jukebox money.
Yeah, the B-52s.
Yes.
Red Schneider.
Love Shack.
Cindy Williams. Cindy. What's her name?
I don't know.
Cindy
something.
And Kate Pearson. Cindy Wilson and I don't remember who the new, because her brother Wilson, Rick Wilson, was the guy who died, and I can't remember the guy who replaced him.
I have no idea.
Sorry, go ahead.
This is where your brain
I'm talking
goes
out loud.
into you're thinking out loud.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna get this one.
Okay.
Together we can take it to the end of the line.
End of the line. Da-da-da-da-da. This is Bonnie Tyler. Can't think of it. Bonnie Tyler.
Don't know what to do and I'm always in the dark.
Yeah.
Living in a powder keg and giving off sparks.
Can't say it.
Turn around bright eyes.
Yeah.
That is the
just hard to come. It's buried. Way
I
down
know. Okay, so you're gonna like this one.
Crap.
I study nuclear science. I love my classes.
I something. I wear dark glasses.
Yes.
Things are going great, and they only get better. Feeling all right, getting good grades. Future so bright. I used to wear. I ought to wear shades.
Gotta wear shades.
Gotta wear shades. And you know what?
What?
I cannot think of that band's name.
Timbuk3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang it.
You love them.
No, this is just humiliating. It's embarrassing me, and I'm gonna go cry.
Okay, just wait till we're done, though. Wait till we're done recording. This is the last one.
All right.
Okay. Now, this is a tough one.
No,
so
they're all tough.
This is a really tough one. When they insist on knowing my bliss, I tell them this.
If you want to know the reason why, I only lie when I cry and I tell a lie. Whatever. Your Kiss is on my list, John and
Done.
Daryl Hall.
Yeah, I thought that would be a tough one, and you got it. Perfect.
I know a lot of John Oates and Daryl Hall, except I say their name the opposite.
Clearly. Okay, so you got 2. Okay, you got 3. I'll say you get 3.
That sucks.
Okay, next time, I will do one of those things where I play like 2 notes of the first part of the song.
That's too tough. Man, getting old sucks.
But you did really well. I mean...
You know what I did this week?
What?
I did something I haven't done in 30-something years. 30, right at 30, maybe 31, 30-something years.
You did what?
I ate at KFC. I have not done that in however many years.
And that was your favorite fast food.
Yeah. So KFC just came out with a brand new veggie KFC.
Plant-based chicken.
Yes. Beyond Meat, plant-based.
How was it?
I would give it, if you're gonna do it on like school, I would give it a B-.
Huh?
If you're gonna give it on the number system, I would give it like a 7.5
out of 10.
Yeah.
Interesting. And so what all did you get, sides or just the chicken?
Fries.
Okay.
It was my one cheat day. I haven't been eating like that.
Yeah.
So,
but you can't pass something like that up.
No, I had to try it.
Yeah.
I have been
Is
off
the
and on.
seasoning the same?
Totally.
Oh.
I have been trying off and on. I've been like tempted to go in and get a KFC buffet. Like just take one day out of my vegetarian life and just like one day and just go buffet, because I never got to do.
Because they didn't have one.
No, they came out with that after I did vegetarian. And So I've thought about it, and there have been some times I almost did it.
Like you pulled in and you're like, no, I can't.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah.
So this is the perfect thing. So, and Beyond Meat is not my favorite chickens. It's not my favorite veggie meat, actually.
No, it's not.
I like Impossible stuff. I like the Impossible burgers a lot. Even though we've talked about it on the show, Burger King's Impossible Burger, not that good. I don't care.
It's not, and
That's
I think
good
they
in an
probably
emergency if you
just
need
freeze
one.
them too much.
And I would say that the Burger King burger is not as good as the KFC's chicken.
Oh, okay.
Now, but I will say that the KFC chicken is the veggie chicken is 100% based on the KFC flavoring and coating.
That's nice.
You could put it on a piece of poop and it's still going to be all right if you got that kind of flavoring. I think. I'm not going to try it, but I think. So the chicken nugget itself was somebody sent me a meme today because they knew I'd had it, and they said something about how they look like an eraser, and it's true. It kind of is the consistency, the shape. I wouldn't say the taste of eraser, but it's a little bit like a big eraser.
I know what an eraser tastes like. Yeah.
So
we've all chewed on an eraser.
But it's kind of chickeny, and but the coating, you can't beat it. It's KFC's coating.
Just eat the outside.
I know.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
That's the thing.
So
that's
what
the secret spices.
Well, all right. So we used to buy those little chicken nuggets at Earth Fair.
Yes.
Which are the best
ever.
If you could take those and you could coat them with KFC, you got KFC chicken right there. That's the best.
Yeah, for sure.
But anyway, these were okay. I mean, they're passable. But what I realized was I don't need to eat them anymore ever again.
You tried them? Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
You got your fix?
What I realized is, and we've talked about this too, chicken fried tofu at the Whole Foods on Ponce is better. I would take that.
Yeah.
Whoever makes those, whoever does the coating, they obviously worked at KFC before. They know what they're doing. So it tastes like KFC, and I'll take that. So it's good.
All day long. Yeah.
But it was a good experience. I'm glad I tried it. I got a 12-piece, which I shouldn't have. I got a 12-piece meal. My wife got a 6-piece meal. We ended up both eating from the 12-piece meal. We took the 6 and put it in the fridge.
Yeah.
And I ate those later. But they're okay. But I'll be honest, I think I had 4. And then I had some fries. And then probably 2, maybe 3 hours after I got home, I got sick. That greasy, it was just so greasy.
Yeah.
Sometimes you eat like really greasy food.
Yeah.
That's what I felt like. I was just like, ugh, so much grease.
So what do they cook their fries in?
I don't know, but the fries are okay. They're coated. But it's been so long since I've had those kind of fries.
Sure.
The whole thing, it was an okay experience, and it's nice to know it's out there. If I really want KFC, I can just do that now. But I don't see why. You're
over it.
Yeah.
You did it.
I don't need it.
Yeah.
But it did make me think, I don't need chicken anymore either. I'm not going to go get chicken.
Exactly.
I'm no longer tempted to the chicken because I realized that the chicken is really just the coating.
Yep.
And the chicken itself is okay, but it's the same thing as the nuggets. It's just like you could put that on anything and it's going to taste good. And it's all like salts and MSG. And
it's all bad for you.
Yeah. So, but anyway, I did that. KFC this week.
Done. Wow.
It was kind of okay.
Did you know that McDonald's is coming out or has come out with a plant-based burger as well?
Now I wonder. It couldn't be Impossible. They probably got the
Beyond.
Yeah,
it's
I wonder
the
what
Beyond.
theirs is like.
I don't know that it's even available at any of the McDonald's I've been to recently.
Right.
Like when I used to go to the office a lot, there's a McDonald's like right there.
Yeah.
So I would stop and get a really huge coffee and like a egg and cheese biscuit,
Sure.
and call it a day. But now that I know that they have what they're calling a McPlant,
Yeah.
I would like to try it just to see, because I used to like McDonald's burgers.
Sure.
But if you can get that patty on any of the burgers they make,
Yeah.
maybe. But if you can only get it on one and they don't make it taste like the other ones, then I'm not interested.
I'll be honest. I tried the Burger King thing, and at the time it came out, they used to run these commercials where people were eating them and they didn't know that they were
right.
And
you
they
can
were,
totally
and they
tell.
were like, "Wait a minute! I can't believe this is the Whopper." Honestly, it tastes like a Whopper to me. It's the same thing. I'm not even sure people would know. So, but that's not saying a lot.
It's like, so how do you know they aren't just giving you meat?
Yeah, but it's char broiled, whatever they call it, grilled, whatever. And it's fine. So in an emergency, sure, I'll have one because I used to go there and get their veggie burgers all the time. So now
And
I
that's
just get
when
that.
they used to use the Morning Star farms.
Yeah, which is fine with me.
That's when we used to eat there quite a bit.
But anyway, so ultimately, I would just go get a lettuce sandwich somewhere, lettuce, tomato.
Yeah. I'd rather just stop at a deli and grab a tuna or something because I eat fish. So, and you do now too.
I started last year eating fish.
Yeah.
I had to. I needed the protein because I'm old.
Because you're old.
Yeah,
You need protein.
I wasn't remembering my '80s lyrics.
See,
So
the fish has helped.
That's right.
A little.
Yeah, I would never have gotten those if it wasn't for
Not
fish.
Not much at all.
But anyway, I just wanted to say that it was kind of interesting pulling up and getting that and smelling it and tasting it again.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. But
Did it bring back like weird memories?
a little bit? Yeah, slightly.
Weird, because smell is like the biggest thing that brings back memories.
I mean, it's true, but I've been eating plant-based meat for the whole time, 30 years that I've been vegetarian. And Collegedale, right outside of Chattanooga, where we lived, has the best market for veggie meats, and we had all kinds of stuff, hot dogs and everything. The best.
Yes.
And even since leaving there and buying other replacements, it's not as good as there. So that stuff is like
the bomb.
the top.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So, but if you like chicken, stick with the chicken. Don't trade off because this is nowhere near the chicken.
So if you do eat meat, don't try the plant-based stuff.
No.
Just go with the chicken.
If you don't, it's a good little every once in a while thing. Don't do it all the time. It's too greasy. It's just not good for you.
It's not.
But it's good if you're out. You want a little chicken taste or whatever. Sure, get a 6-piece. Why not? Yeah, it's not bad. I liked it. I would probably. If I'm out, I will probably do it again, but I'm not dying to do it again. I mean,
your job takes you on the road sometimes and you might get hungry, and you might have to stop at a drive-thru.
Yep.
There you go.
And I might do it.
Done.
All right. Anything else? What else you got?
I don't have anything else.
I have something I want to read.
Where is it?
I had a couple things, but I think we only have time for
of it.
this one.
Oh, okay.
This is one of the weirdest things that I've read in a long time.
Oh, I have something. I found my keys.
Did we talk about your keys?
I think we did.
Okay.
I misplaced them somewhere in my house 3 weeks ago.
Yep.
I found them.
That's always a good thing.
Found them yesterday when I was doing laundry.
Okay.
I was like, yes. But I had woken up in the middle of the night and I had a dream that, or I started having an anxiety attack.
Was it on MLK Day? Like I have a dream?
No.
Oh.
I started having an anxiety attack because like my Home Again keychain is on there with Toffee's chip number and everything. And your house key is on there.
Oh, man.
And my Kroger card is on there. And like anybody could log into any of those things and see where I live.
Come
and then
in my house to see where I live.
Sure, why not? I mean, they might turn around and run when they saw Lewis, but whatever. But yeah, I found them. So yay, found my keys.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. I just had to say that.
Do you know who Stephanie Motto is?
Not by name, no.
Okay. I don't know who she is. I mean, I know who she is now.
Oh, okay.
I only found out 3 months ago.
Okay.
So she's one of the stars of 90 Day Fiancé.
Oh, God. I don't watch that shit.
I don't either. I've never watched it. But they played that commercial a gazillion times.
Yeah.
On like advertising Discovery Plus or whatever, over and over and over and over. And she's extremely cute. And I was just like, oh, wow, who is this person? And I looked her up. But after a while, you don't ever want to see her again because they overplayed that commercial.
Yeah.
All right. This story is unlike any story you've ever heard before.
Really? Let me take
this story is insane.
Insane. I'm waiting. We're all waiting.
All right. This story is about how 90 Day Fiancé star Stephanie Motto ended up hospitalized after eating too many beans to sell her farts.
What?
Yes.
What?
Oh, it gets better. Stephanie Motto sold her jarred flatulence for $1,000 a piece.
$1,000.
And made over $200,000 in her 2-month venture.
She sold farts.
While subsisting on a diet of yogurt, eggs, and beans. and ended up in the hospital when she thought she was having a heart attack.
Farts in a jar.
All right, Stephanie Matto is an influencer, YouTuber, author, and former star of TLC's 90 Day Fiancé, but she recently launched a new business venture after realizing demand was high for a rather unorthodox product. This November, she found lucrative part-time work bottling and selling her own farts.
What the fuck?
Until things went horribly wrong. And by the way, here she is. I'm going to tell you, I told you she's cute. Look, she's cute.
I'm not going to buy a fart
I'm
from her.
not selling a fart. I'm just saying she's cute, right?
She's all right.
All right. She's cute.
She's not my type.
She's young. Old enough to be my granddaughter. For 2 months, she spent her days farting into glass jars with flower petals adorning the inside and shipping them to fans. I just want to see the videos. I'm sorry. Remarkably,
I'm curious. Did she have help?
I don't know.
Because I would like to, what? Who hires an assistant to help me?
It's all crazy.
Close the jar as soon as I fart.
All right. Well, here we go. I got one. That's $1,000. $2,000.
What the hell?
Uh-oh. I think that's $50 right there.
Yeah, nobody wants that shit.
Oh, no.
Literally.
Remarkably, Matto was making $50,000 a week. How do you tell the IRS what you do? What do you do? I'm a fart artist.
Merchandise. Merchandise.
In December, through fart sales alone. This is stupid. And eventually sold more than $200,000 worth of farts worldwide through adult website Unfiltered.
I can't. I can't.
Why
I can't
is it
even.
Adult? That's the opposite of adult. Farting in a glass is the opposite of adult.
Farting in a glass is something a 12-year-old would buy, but a 12-year-old with $1,000.
But in January 2021, Matto was hospitalized for what she thought was a heart attack, but it turned out to be a dangerous buildup of gas inside her body from her flatulence-inducing diet. And now she says her fart-selling days are behind her. Chuckle, chuckle, chuckle. Born on September 21st, 1990.
Oh, my God.
In Derby, Connecticut, Stephanie Matto came of age when social media platforms like Twitter began booming. The first iPhone was released 1 year from when she became an adult.
Oh, my God.
She's not an adult. She's farting in a glass.
She's farting in jars.
While Instagram wasn't far behind. And reality television dominated the screens of countless homes. Being cast in TLC's 90 Day Fiancé spinoff series 90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days surely felt like a dream. The show premiered in August 2017, with Matto joining the cast in the 4th season. The show featured couples who met online, but not yet in person, and Matto's romantic partner was an Australian woman named Erica Owens. I wonder if she likes farts. Although some cynical fans believed she was merely joining 90 Day Fiancé to bolster her YouTube channel.
You think?
Matto did well on the show and gained an earnest fan base, and whatever her motivations, Matto has nonetheless done well to use her recognition to further her fame and business endeavors.
By farting in jars.
In addition to her 373,000 YouTube subscribers, her presence on Instagram and TikTok, she has written books and founded the adult content site Unfiltered. So she founded the site that's selling her farts.
Of course.
Which spurred
because who else would?
Career. After Stephanie Matto received a fan request on her new site for a jarred fart for $1,000 in November, she realized there was money to be made. According to IFL Science, this is science, by the way, she began regularly satisfying these requests, in other words, farting into a jar, and even offering discounts.
Discounts.
Today only get my farts for $7.50.
Wow.
During the holiday season.
Because if you want to give somebody a fart as a gift.
I can't wait for you to see what I got you.
Wow.
At one point, she sold 97 jars in over 2 days.
97 jarred farts.
What are all these credit card charges, Steve?
I don't know.
I think they're farts.
I've been hacked.
I bought some farts.
I bought farts. Wow.
You bought farts. Well, yeah, I bought Stephanie Matto's farts for $1,000 a piece.
Is that something like if you do an itemized tax thing, can you like say gift what I spent $20,000 in gifts, and what were those gifts? Farts.
I don't know,
Jarred farts.
Does the IRS allow that? I don't know. In December 2020, Stephanie Motto told BuzzFeed, "I think my main motivation was money." What else motivation would you
I
have?
would hope your main motivation was
But
money.
I also thought it was a hilarious publicity move that would get a lot of people's attention. And it definitely worked. My own adult-friendly platform these past few months has made me very aware of the different types of niches and markets that are out there.
And what's next? She's going to start like putting her period clots in
Probably.
like,
there you go.
test tubes
Yeah.
and selling them as necklaces.
Yeah, 5,000 apiece. However, Motto was ultimately accountable for the demand and changed her diet to satisfy it. As she detailed on Instagram video, she almost exclusively ate beans, eggs, and protein muffins. One day, she had 3 protein shakes and a large bowl of black bean soup, merely to produce the gas she needed. You know, how does she get dates? As luck would have it, once I put the jars up for sale, they began to sell like hotcakes. No, like fart cakes.
Fart cakes. Fart cakes.
That's my new nickname.
Or
for my wife.
flapjacks. They could be flapjacks.
Flat jacks, like flatulence. I like fart cakes. That's my new nickname for my wife.
Fart cakes.
Hey, fart cakes. I honestly could not believe the demand. I think a lot of people have this fetish in secret. I began to... Oh, God. I don't even want to finish reading.
Do it.
I began this venture by eating mostly protein muffin shakes and also hard-boiled eggs. But then while most of the world was celebrating the New Year, Stephanie Motto had to check herself into the hospital when her lifestyle became unsustainable. According to In Touch Weekly, the incident in early January 2022 began with chest pains that resulted in an anxiety attack and ended in retirement.
Retirement of farting.
I could tell something was not right that evening when I was laying in bed and I could feel a pressure in my stomach moving upward. You know, the fart life is hard.
It is. It is.
It was quite hard to breathe, and every time I tried to breathe in, I felt a pinching sensation around my heart.
It's stressful to have that much gas in your body.
Pinching sensation around the heart. The more it pinches, the more you fart. And that, of course, made my anxiety escalate. I actually called my friend and asked if they could come over to drive me to the hospital. If I'm your friend, I'm like, no.
You did this
You're
to yourself.
farting in jars. No, I'm not taking you.
You've made enough money to call a fucking Uber.
I thought I was experiencing a heart attack. It was made clear that what I was experiencing wasn't a stroke or a heart attack, but very intense gas pains, also known as a fart attack. That's what I call it.
An infarction.
All right, I cannot read any more of this. I will tell you that it goes into this whole thing where she's got this new venture of fart NFTs. If you don't know what an NFT is, just
look it up.
Yeah, if you don't know what any of this stuff is, just be glad.
Yeah, or don't look it up. Just be glad.
Ridiculous.
Walk away.
I'm not going to go on anymore. That's all I'm going to talk about. But by the way, she's cute.
Would you buy a jarred fart?
No, I would not. I wouldn't even want to be in the room with her. But I mean, just look. Can you imagine? So that girl right there, cute little girl. I mean, you know, but I guess, is that all she can do to make money? Is to fart in a jar?
Do you know there are celebrities out there, people that you may not know, that sell their panties online?
No, I get some of that. I just don't get the fart.
Okay.
All right, so like you're sitting on a bus.
Yeah.
And and a fart happens.
A fart happens.
You will clear the bus.
Yeah.
And there's one person
that'll just
that stays
come
on the
and
bus.
sit next to you.
That's your customer.
That's your customer right there.
That's who you're selling your farts to.
Wow. Yeah.
Like, I pay $1,000 for that.
Can I have one? I want one of those. Can I bring it home with me?
Thanks for the free sample.
Did you ever read about that guy who was found dead with a gas mask on and the end of the tube of the gas mask stuck in his bum?
No.
Yes.
God.
Yes.
All right. We've gone down the wrong way.
Well, clearly.
That's all. That's all I'm going to talk about. All right. So That's got to be one of the weirdest stories I've read in quite a while.
Well, thank you for sharing. Appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you're buying, I am. I was going to say I'm not criticizing if you're buying farts. I am criticizing if you're
Don't
buying
spend
farts.
$1,000 on a fart.
No, you don't. Why would you? All right, listen.
Here's the thing: you can pay a prostitute $25 to come and fart in your face.
No, you could fart in a jar for yourself.
Yeah.
And pretend that it's hers.
Yep.
How do you know that she didn't get her assistant to fart?
Just eat.
Or, as we call it, an assistant. To fart in the jar. How do you know? You don't know.
Or just use the same diet she was using, fart in your own jar, and it would just be the exact same thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fart in your own jar. That's the title of our new podcast that we're going to be doing. Fart in your own jar. I can't even believe we've been chatting about this. The words that were coming out of my mouth on that story, I can't even believe. But this is 2022.
Yeah.
This is what's going on.
You can believe anything
Reality
these days.
stars are farting in a jar now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And certain politicians.
Would you like to fart in a jar and carry moonbeams home in a jar? All right. Let's close this podcast down.
Hold on. I have something that I would like to introduce today.
You're not going to fart in a jar, are you?
Well, I might sell my farts in a jar.
Look, here's what I'm saying.
If somebody wants to give me $1,000,
she's a celebrity. You might not get $1,000.
How about $50?
I mean, if you could do $500, if you get half of what she does,
totally, all day long.
I would bet
fart all day
there's
long.
a couple of listeners who would buy your farts for $500. If you get a couple of them and you get 1,000, that's an extra 1,000 a month.
I could do that. So does that mean I have to give them?
I know you could. I totally know you could.
Trust me, I do that in a day. Okay, but so moving on, my chest is starting to hurt.
That's because you're on that egg and yogurt diet and beans and shit.
I mean, I might need to fart.
Don't do it. Don't.
No.
That's one of those jobs that the immigrants don't take over. You know, everybody's like complaining that the immigrants take over the jobs.
Oh, wow. Wow.
The immigrants are coming into the country to fart in jars.
It's not likely.
No.
They don't. They refuse. They refuse.
Look, I had a great job farting in jars. And then next thing I know, I'm fired. Some guy from Mexico is farting in a jar for me. But you know what? It's because of their diets. They eat a whole lot more beans than I do.
But they really don't. That's the thing. They don't.
I know. Just kidding.
Okay.
I'm just saying this is what some people are going to say.
Of course.
It's going to go that direction.
It's going to go that direction.
Yeah.
We are basically living in idiocracy.
Yeah. All right. Stopping there.
Let's move on to something more.
Should we talk about the beer?
Not yet.
Oh, you have things to talk about. Never mind. Sorry.
Jesus Christ, would you stop?
You just call me Rick. That's all. Don't have to go the formal.
Since we recorded last.
Yes.
So say this whole week.
Wait a minute.
Don't fart.
Sure.
What has been your favorite thing?
My favorite thing. Oh, yeah, we're doing the favorite thing.
Yeah, we're doing the favorite
We
thing.
should talk about that. So we used to do that back in the old days. We used to do our favorite things of the week. I actually wrote it down. I forgot about it.
You're looking right at it,
I know,
too,
it's right
which
there.
is weird.
And so we're going to bring that back. We're going to bring back every show. We're going to do our favorite things.
Yes.
Because I like that. I miss it. Because
it's positive and it's nice and
I'm
it's
not
fun.
going to talk about farting in jars. That's not my favorite thing
It's
this
not
week.
mine either.
I had to have a favorite thing this week. Yes. My favorite thing this week is live music.
Just in general.
No, yes, in general. We went to a live concert. First one we've been to a long time, since COVID, I guess. Mm-hmm. And it didn't have a big audience. I kind of felt bad for the artists.
Well, because people are still getting Omicron.
Well, it was that and a lot of other things. That show was actually scheduled for October, and it had been like rescheduled several times.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people, the tickets didn't work out, times didn't work out, things like that.
Sure.
But the crowd, it was a very active crowd. They performed, they did a great job, and it was really cool. And it just reminded me how much fun that live music is, and I can't wait for it to come back. So, I was going to go see Jason Isbell this year. He did I think 4 days at the Tabernacle here. But dang, tickets were almost $100. You know, when I was in college,
Yeah.
I saw Van Halen.
Yeah.
And I paid $11 for a ticket.
Do you want to know how much I paid for my ticket to see Monsters of Rock?
Yeah.
Because it was an all-day concert,
Yeah.
and it was
in the 90s.
It was Metallica. It was
All the monsters
all
were
the
there.
monsters were
Yeah.
there. Yeah, and it was at Candlestick Park.
Not even in existence anymore.
No, $25.
Yeah. Can you believe that?
No, I can't.
$100.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm not against, he's my favorite artist. Jason's my favorite artist
You're
now.
not going to spend $100 to go see him.
I couldn't.
Yeah.
I will say, yesterday I found a video. He just posted it recently of him on YouTube. It's a live performance from Red Rocks. He's playing Tour of Duty.
You said duty.
Yeah, watch that. God, it's good. It's good. It's so good. But if I have that and I'm watching that, I don't know. Right now, I can't pay $100 to see him.
Do you know I don't like live music.
I love staying at home and watching but
I don't even like listening to live music
if
on
I can,
albums.
I gotta sit down. I can't stand anymore like when I was a
'Cause we're
kid.
old.
I know. I saw Flogging Molly, one of my favorite bands. Great show, but it was also at the Tabernacle. And we were standing up, and I left at intermission. I can't even believe I didn't even finish seeing my favorite band.
Because you didn't have a chair to sit down in.
I didn't want to stand anymore.
Exactly.
I was like, I could watch a video.
Yep, I'm going home.
I've seen enough.
I'm going to turn on YouTube.
Such a grandpa.
My ears hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's a few that I would see. And this actually was a show I gave it to my wife for our anniversary. I gave tickets because it's something we could kind of do together. Mm-hmm. And she enjoyed it. And once we talked about it, both of us that morning. We're like, oh, I don't really want to go tonight.
No.
But we did. We went, and we were happy we went. It was a great show. So
yeah,
we
sometimes.
really liked it.
Well, that's just part of being an introvert. Is you wake up and you have plans, and you're like, how can I get out of this?
Yeah.
And then suddenly you're like, I can't get out of this. And then you go, and you're like, okay, this was fun.
Yeah.
Now I need to go sleep in bed for 3 days.
And the opening girl, I'd never heard her before, but man, she was great. Courtney Hartman. Look her up. Watch some videos.
Okay.
She's got this kind of old style, I don't want to say Carole King. Who's the other? Oh, Joan Baez.
Oh, okay.
She has that kind of folk voice that you haven't heard since the 70s. Very interesting. And a great songwriter, very good poet.
Who did have that kind of a voice was Jewel.
Jewel, yeah.
A little bit.
And it was similar to that. This girl's voice might have been a little more similar to Sarah McLachlan, but still, it was just sort of a throwback to the old 70s, 60s and 70s folk artists. So anyway, give her a listen if you like that kind of stuff. But we enjoyed it.
Nice. Well, I'm glad. That's your favorite thing.
Watkins Family Hour. That's what we went to see.
Watkins Family Hour.
Yeah, good stuff.
Okay, so you want to know
your favorite thing?
My favorite thing is I watched a movie on Netflix. It's a Netflix original movie. I think. Anyway, it's called Red Notice.
I haven't heard of it.
So you wouldn't like it. It's very much an action, sarcastic movie.
Okay.
You would love the sarcasm.
That's your other movie that you like, superhero. What's
Deadpool?
Yeah.
So what's funny,
like
who plays Deadpool? Ryan Reynolds. He's in this movie.
Is this the one where he's like a bodyguard or somebody's a bodyguard? What?
No. So this is a movie where it's about art thieves.
Okay.
And con men.
Okay.
And it's got Dwayne Johnson.
Yes. The Rock.
Yes.
Okay.
Ryan Reynolds.
Loves art, by the way.
Yes. Ryan Reynolds.
Yes.
And Gal Gadot, who plays Wonder Woman.
Sure.
She's also Wonder Woman. So I've watched it 3 times this week.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. I might watch it.
So here's the thing: is the action scenes are long and intense. But Ryan Reynolds' humor in Deadpool.
Yes.
Okay. So Deadpool 1 was so smooth, and his sarcasm and his crack jokes and everything just came out perfectly and in time. Deadpool 2, it was a little too fast.
Yeah.
It was a little too forced. you know? So this one is somewhere in between that. And he kind of plays bad guy.
Oh.
So, I mean, I guess he kind of does in
Is that
Deadpool
a
too.
spoiler?
No, that's not a spoiler.
Okay.
But you know, he's the art thief. So, anyway, it's a great movie. Check it out. Watch it a couple times if you have to, because some of the sarcasm and some of the jokes. But his timing is amazing.
Yeah, he's a great comic.
And his facial features and the way that he makes it, oh, it's just, yeah, it's good stuff. You would enjoy it if you like that kind of humor. And The Rock tries really hard to keep up, like with his facial.
Yeah, he's actually pretty good.
He's very funny. If you've seen Jumanji, the new versions of
not.
Jumanji and Jumanji 2, he's very funny. He can be extremely funny. So the two of them together with Gal Gadot, really good.
I don't know much about her.
She's beautiful.
I know who she is. I've seen
She's
pictures. I just don't.
interesting.
I haven't seen a lot of stuff about her.
Well, yeah, because she plays a superhero, and you don't watch superhero movies.
No.
Yeah. But anyway, check it out.
Okay.
Red Notice. That's my favorite thing of the week.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna watch it. I saw a. Trying to think of what I saw. I saw a documentary this week, but I was going to talk about it. I remember I was going to talk about it, and now I don't remember what it was.
No, it's just gone.
Yeah.
Poof. It's because you're old.
Next week I'll remember.
You want to talk about this beer instead?
Let's talk about the beer.
Okay.
This beer is...
To remind you what we're drinking, it's by
Yes.
Stone Brewery, and it's called Sublimely Self-Righteous Black IPA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Giving it a 2.
Really?
Yeah, it's not my beer. I mean, IPA. This is... The bitterness in this is intense. And there are people who love bitter. That's why they like IPAs. If you are that person, you're going to love this beer. I will tell you, it's so full of flavor, and it's not your typical IPA. If you like different flavors and you like IPAs, you're going to love this beer. I highly would recommend it. It's just not my kind of beer.
So I've drank quite a bit more of mine than you have, and I'm also not an IPA fan.
Right.
But I was getting into this one.
Okay.
I'm enjoying this one.
Okay.
And I don't know, it tastes more, to me, it tastes more like a hoppy brown ale.
Well, definitely. And that's, I don't know. I can't say I hate this. It's just not my beer.
Right.
The flavors are so complex that I just can't say, I don't want to say bad things about it because it's like well done. But it's just completely not my style.
Right.
But I feel like that if I was an IPA lover, this is the beer I would go to.
Yeah. So you're going to give it a 2.
I'm giving it a 2. It's just not.
I'm going to give it a 3.5.
Oh, wow. You're way up there.
3.5. Because I would buy this again.
You can take 1 or 2 of them home with you.
Did you get a 6-pack?
It's one of them that came in a 6. Most of these now, when I buy them, they come in 4-packs.
Yeah.
This one is a 6. So you can take a couple home if you want. Yeah, I can only get through half of it. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just too bitter.
Your wife
that
might
bitterness, maybe. That bitterness is just, it's still in the back of my throat. It's just too much.
Yeah, I get you.
Thanks, everyone, for listening to this epic disaster. We love when you do it. You know what? Well, just going to remind you the places you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. We're hanging out there. We want to do a Zoom. We actually tried to do a Zoom tonight.
And nobody wanted to Zoom with us.
I think it was a late request. So, but we'll try to do one soon. But we just want to kind of touch base and try to see if we can get everybody to come back. I know COVID's run a lot of people off. And we'll see if we can get some people coming back. We just do this. Even if you don't listen, we're going to do it.
We're going to do it.
But we would like to hear from you. And we've been getting, that's the great thing, is that the people who do listen have been sending us emails.
Yeah.
And that's very cool.
Emails and instant messages.
Yeah.
And for
Keep
sure.
doing that, please. We love hearing from you. We are working on new stickers for this year. I have a great idea. I have a totally great idea. So I'm trying to get that done, and we will have those out pretty soon. And we just like to hear from you and hear your ideas. Let us know what you would like to hear us talk about.
Yeah, because we'll talk about anything, clearly.
Pretty much.
Clearly. We talk about farts in jars.
Farting in a jar.
Let's not do that.
Not going to go down there anymore.
Thank you.
Nope.
Thanks for listening.
All right, we will see you next week, everybody. And again, really, we appreciate you hanging out with us.
Bye.
All right, bye.
This is a Violet Jester Media podcast.